Man, I keep doing all these tech videos, but I haven't done any videos on DJ gear yet. I mean, my love of tech is half the reason I got into DJing in the first place. I wonder what I should do first. Oh, I know.
What do you say, man? Jesus Christ, is that cruel? Does he have to get that low for laughs, man? What's the point? That's really bad taste. The point is the suppression of words. Now dig.
Okay, look. Before I dive into the unboxing of the Rane 72 and the Rane 12, there's a couple of things that I want to say to my non-DJ viewers, because I know that this is supposed to be more of a tech channel and not really a DJ channel. But see, the tech is half of the reason why I got into DJing in the first place. And so really they're kind of one and the same to me. And anybody who really loves technology, I think, is really gonna get something out of checking out some of the technology that we use in the professional DJ world. Now, are you guys ever gonna buy some of this stuff if you're not a DJ? Probably not. But there's a lot of really cool things going on here technologically, and especially with the products that I'm showing today, the Rane 12 and the Rane 72, they've got some of the most cutting edge technology in the professional DJ world. So even if you're not a DJ, I still hope you'll enjoy this video, and I still hope you'll watch to the end. Okay, while I'm unboxing the 72, let's take a look at some numbers on this bad boy. First of all, the faders are the brand new generation Mag 3 faders. They're the magnetic contactless faders that Rane developed years ago, only these are sort of the new generation. You can change the tension on them, and what's really cool is you can use the 4.3-inch touchscreen on the mixer to be able to dial in exactly how far in they cut in and what the curve looks like, and you can reverse them all from within the controls on the screen. It's really taking customizing your mixer experience to a whole new level. The build construction is solid steel, so it's going to be built like a tank, and it's going to be able to take a lot of abuse from things like touring and nightclub abuse and, you know, even mobile stuff. But I think my favorite part about this mixer is that all of the 16 performance pads are the exact same pads that are available on the AGI Pro MPC, which any music producer will tell you is one of the leading standards in performance pad based drum machines and production hardware. And so having those really well known, really high level industry pads for the performance pads on the mixer is just going to take things to a whole different level. There is one other thing that I really think is worth mentioning, and it's that there's actually two separate Flex FX engines built into the Rane 72, one for each channel. So each side can actually have independent effects from each other, and you don't have to worry about one messing with the other one. The other really nice thing about having independent Flex FX channels is that you can actually chain each side independently. And so with the new Serato DJ Pro, you can actually chain multiple effects together within the software, and with the 72 you can assign it individually to each channel. What all of this basically boils down to is that with the Rane 72, you're going to have way more options than ever if you're the creative type of DJ that likes to find new and interesting ways to mix from one song to the next. I mean, with all of those pads and all of those performance options and all of those effects options, there's just fewer limits than ever when it comes to being able to build a set. Oh, and last thing I should mention probably before we get back to the actual unboxing is that the Rane 72 does come with dual USBs for smooth transitions between DJs. If you're in a nightclub and you're switching set from one DJ to the next, all you got to do is just plug into the next USB, switch over to the next computer, and you can seamlessly transition that way. It also, of course, has built-in Serato DVS support. For all of those non-DJ viewers, DVS stands for Digital Vinyl System, which is actually really cool technology that allows for a real turntable or a real CD player to play whatever it sees on the laptop. And so you load a song off of the hard drive, and that's what it thinks is on that record, and you can scratch and cut and play in real time with that song. It's really interesting tech, and if you guys want to see more about that, I can do a video on that in the future. Just leave a comment below and let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Okay, just like before, let's talk about the 12. You've got a full 12-inch platter, hence the name 12. And the idea here is that this is a MIDI controller for your Serato system that acts like a real turntable and is supposed to feel as close as possible to a real turntable. It's got a real slip mat, it's got a real vinyl record that sets down on top, and the only difference between this vinyl record and any other control record for Serato is that this one has a little key that you can adjust the tension just a little bit and make sure that it's, you know, tight enough that it can manipulate the spindle in the center of the digital motor, but you can sort of loosen it up to fit how your feel needs to be for when you're trying to scratch or perform, beat juggle, any of that kind of stuff. It does have 33 1/3 and 45 speeds, so you can kind of adjust as you go, make your decision whether you want to run 33s or 45s, depending on what you're comfortable with. It does have 8, 16, and 50% pitch, just like most standard controllers do, but it does also have something really kind of interesting. It's a touch strip that allows you to sort of scroll on the fly, but also gives you access to all 8 of your hot cue points directly on the deck. So rather than accessing your hot cues through the mixer, which you can also do with the Rane 72, with the 12, if you don't have a 72 for a mixer, you can actually use the 12 still and be able to access all of your hot cues for that individual deck that you have assigned to the 12. And speaking of deck assignments, each Rane 12 can manipulate each of the 4 decks. All you do is press a button and tell it whether you're trying to assign it to deck 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it will just switch on the fly. Being able to assign it to multiple decks and being able to access your hot cues directly on the single deck 12 makes this thing one of the most interesting single deck Serato controllers that we've seen so far. Now, when you add to that an actual vinyl platter that's a full 12 inches in diameter and a traditional on and off switch like you would find on any normal turntable, that makes this thing really, really interesting. I am really curious to see how this thing feels compared to a real turntable. Oh, and before I forget, I'm gonna throw up a picture of a tiny little switch that you can find on the back of the 12, and I think it's, personally for me, is one of the most interesting features of all. That little switch adjusts the torque of the motor so that you can change it between a high torque motor on from say a modern turntable like a PLX 1000 and switch it back to a lower torque motor like the classic 1200. So depending on which type of turntable you're comfortable using, you can emulate either one easily with a flip of a switch, which I never would have even thought of. I think that's absolutely genius. Wait. Before I do the big set reveal, I have to take a second and just thank a couple of the people that made this whole thing possible. First, obviously, Rane for making an amazing product and finally getting it out to us. Second, I need to thank all of my buddies in the Hit Squad DJs crew, DJ Noise, DJ Clint. Everybody kind of came together to sort of make this thing happen. There was a lot of moving parts, and you know, I couldn't have done it by myself. So thanks very much to my brothers in the Hit Squad DJs. And then last but not least, I need to thank the team over at AGI Pro DJ who sent us the gear finally at long last. AGI Pro DJ is definitely one of the absolute best DJ equipment retailers on the entire internet. And if you guys haven't had a chance to check them out, just click the link in the description to go take a look at their page for the Rane 12, the Rane 72, and of course, they've got all kinds of other DJ gear as well. Maybe you need some headphones. Maybe you just need like some fresh needles. Whatever it is, I'm sure that they've got it. So check out agiprodj.com and take a look around, see if there's something you need. All right, guys, here it is. The Rane 72 at long last. The Rane 12s, one on either side. This is the kit. This is the setup. This is what everybody has been waiting for. And it's here. It's finally here. It is solid steel construction as promised. These 12s are very heavy. In fact, they're about the same weight as a real turntable. So anybody who's looking to save their back by carrying around some controllers instead of real tables, this is not really what those are for. This is for serious DJs that put their gear through serious abuse, either touring in a nightclub environment, doing lots and lots of mobile gigs. These things are going to be able to take that abuse, and they're going to be able to last a very, very long time. I cannot wait to try out these performance pads, to try out these platters and see how they feel. I need to get my software updated on my laptop, and then we're going to plug everything in, and I'm going to do a little bit of scratching and playing around just to kind of see how it all feels in the next video.